A year later, San Antonio Police Chief William McManus says the effects of Operation Triple Beam are still being felt, but it will take everyone in the community getting involved to keep it in check before it gets out of control again. After the operation, a gang injunction was instituted with the help of the DA's office. Some say that only moves the problem from one area to another.
Well, they do move, but when you move them from the place where they regularly congregate to a different area, it disrupts whatever it is they're doing.
But according to McManus, it takes more than just arresting the problem away to change a way of life, to change the foundation of the crime.
I think a lot has changed. A lot has changed for the positive. I know there's been a dramatic reduction in both violent and property crimes, 15% violent and just a tad above 15% for property crimes.
Part of that can be credited to some known gang members being charged federally for large amounts of drugs, money, and weapons found during Operation Triple Beam.
If they're charged under the racketeering statute federally, they get put away for a long time.
Among the addresses that keep coming up even a year later related to crimes or suspects with warrants are two rundown homes on the 500 block of Corliss, a block that has seen numerous shootings and murders in the last 15 years.
If you have an address that causes a lot of problems, whether it's an apartment complex, whether it's a house, if you eliminate that property in one fashion or another, the criminal activity associated with it typically goes away.
And although a demolition order had been signed by a city board in 2011, Councilwoman Ivy Taylor stopped that demolition. But just last month, Taylor told Fox San Antonio that the two addresses would soon be razed since there seemed to be no solution to the problems. Here on Corliss, 530 is still standing. 534 has been gutted, but it has not been demolished. Javante and his mother have since relocated out of state. Davis contacted us after hearing about our series with the S.A.P.D gang unit. Javante's face is the one officers and the community relate to the East Side crime that Operation Triple Beam Alliance attacked.
It brings that unconscionable consequence of gang violence to the forefront, and it's heartbreaking.
Due to the continuing violence, a congregation that had been on this block since the 1950s has since moved. Pastor Jones told us last month that he could no longer keep his congregation safe on Corliss.
It's a totally different community than what it was when our church was started 65 years ago. My anniversary was on the third Sunday in October, and while we were having church on the inside, they were shooting on the outside. One guy was left shot on the outside of the church.
The pastor had some issues. We checked to see if he had reached out to the substation commander or any of the command staff members, and he's not reached out to anyone.
And McManus says that is the key. It's going to take everyone to fight crime, and there is no easy solution.
The solution is not trying to arrest the problem away. If we were able to arrest the problem away, we would have done it a long time ago.
Chief McManus says the approach he and the city have taken to fight this gang problem is community-oriented policing. They say that's the only way to take care of the fundamental problem. You can count on Fox San Antonio to keep following this story on air and at foxsanantonio.com. That's all the time we have tonight. Stick around for Maximum Sports coming up next. I'm Yami Virgin. Have a good night.